I joined Chara 4 years ago, just looking for a community of Christians and just wanting to continue dance. And when I found Chara, I thought it was just another Christian dance organization, but when I walked into the room, you could really just feel peace and feel joy, just among the people and just what we do, and I'm proud to be a part of it, and kind of sad to leave. I've gained just wonderful friendships that have encouraged me and helped me through college. I like how it's so centered around God. We start off praying, and we base all our dancing on Bible verses, and it just doesn't feel as cliquey as other organizations. Favorite memory, freshman year, I'm used to dancing in huge spaces, and they said, hey, we're going to be performing outside, and the area's going to be small, but I didn't quite understand how small. We got there, and the stage was about as big as this couch, and our whole company was supposed to dance. And so it was kind of one of those, you just laugh, and you move a bunch of chairs and tell people to watch out because you're going to kick them. So
I love Chara Christian Dance Company because it is one of the most intentional and loving organizations that I've been a part of. Texas A&M is a wonderful university that offers several thousand organizations that students can be a part of, and that they can dedicate their time. And Chara has been one of the most fulfilling places to spend my time and invest in. Because as I invest in these girls and these friendships, they continue to invest in me and my faith journey, which is the most important. So I had the opportunity to serve as chaplain this year for Chara, and what I learned about prayer is that it is not through little activities with friends, and it is not through those Bible studies. Yes, that is developing your faith life and developing your knowledge as a Christian, but the work is done out there in the real world, and also in here, in your prayer life at home. I think it was one of the biggest eye-openers that I did not have the best foundation of prayer. I would commit to that daily prayer, but I wasn't going deep enough, and I wasn't committing enough time. That little Lord's Prayer at the end of the night before you go to bed is not filling me. It's not fulfilling my spiritual needs, and that's diving into a deeper relationship with the Lord and knowing Him as a person, and knowing what He wants for me. And that took a lot more time. So I think Chara is beautiful in that they invest in the girls in the studio, and forming our hearts to spread the Lord's word and His gospel, but then also encouraging us to form deeper relationships outside of Chara, because those are the ones that are going to be as genuine and accountable, because you can only hold yourself accountable. You'll move on from college, and you'll move on from Chara, and sometimes even churches, you move and have to go different places. But if you have that intentional relationship with the Lord, that's something that's a rock, and you can stand on forever. So I don't think that I have laughed as hard and as long and like bringing me to tears every time that I go to practice with these girls, every single time. And like they know it. They're like, oh my gosh, something's really funny, because Laura's on the ground, like sprawled, like stomach down, like crying, because they just get me, and their humor is just so quick and so funny. I love it. I love these girls so much, and I just know that like even after we leave Chara and after we graduate, that I can hold these friendships close and dear, because they're just so genuine, and they know me and they love me for who I am and where I'm at in my spiritual life and where I'm at in life in general. They're just always willing to brighten my day and to lift me up in whatever way possible. My friend Savannah, she's hysterical, and she has this very distinct laugh that always makes me laugh. It's like a contagion of laughter, usually in practices. Like when one person starts, you don't even know what it's about. And they'll start laughing, and Savannah has this like, I can't even copy it, it's like a bah! And like, it just like cracks me up. I'm like, what are you laughing at? It's gotta be hysterical. And so we all just start giggling, and sometimes it's hard to get things done. But that's okay, because I just find so much joy in Chara.
My favorite memory from Chara is definitely, I guess, whenever we went over to Anna's house and we had mac and Chara, and it was the best, like just doing that game at the end, and everyone had the mouthpiece thing or whatever, and it was so funny, and y'all just are such a like good and close group of friends of mine, and I don't know what I would do without y'all. And it's just like nights like those that are the best, just like fellowship and yeah, just a lot of good stuff with y'all. So I guess that's definitely my favorite memory. And as far as what I've gotten out of Chara has definitely been just like community and also growth. I've never been able to just like combine my passion for dance and then like inputting glorifying God into that has just been so amazing, and just all you girls just make it so much better. And I'm so thankful for each of you and the different pieces you bring to form the company. And yeah, I'm just so thankful for you girls and how much y'all have so much love and love for me and love for Jesus. And yeah, so go Chara, rush Chara. Okay.
Cool.
I could say Chara's different from other organizations in just the fact of like authenticity and the closeness that we have, intimacy, just being like real and vulnerable with each other. It's just cool that I can come and just feel at peace and relaxed at whenever I come to practice, and it's not a burden. It's more of a something to look forward to.
So it's been my first year in Chara, and honestly, before I started, I didn't know that dance could be used as a form of worship. So it's great to have a new way to like commune with God and like just be in fellowship with Him and with others that love to do the same thing I do. Like I just didn't know it was a thing before now, and it's honestly great.
A lot of fun. We like to eat a lot together, and it's just a fun time. But really, it's just been a great chance to like grow closer with God through this, because I don't know, it's like a set time in our schedule, and so like every day we come and we focus on Him, and so yeah, it's been great. It's been a time to get closer to Him and just eat a lot of food and fellowship, and we just have a lot of fun. We laugh too much. No, yeah, art of worship is definitely different from like a normal
Yes.
performance, because normally I'm not in charge of setting up flowers on a table. Normally I just get somewhere and I'm focused on dancing. So it's been really neat to be able to be like the backbone of the actual performance, and getting to like, I don't know, like prayer before was super cool, because I've probably said one prayer before I go on stage, but this time we had like 30 minutes dedicated to prayer, and so that was super cool. And
so Chara is unlike anything I've ever done before. I grew up dancing, grew up doing competitive cheerleading, competitive performance sports, and Chara is just, it's almost unreal, and it's almost hard to explain, because I really don't think anything else exists like it, which is really crazy, because it's been such an integral part of my college experience. All 4 years have centered around Chara. Of course, it's centered around school too, but Chara has been there in the background the whole time, providing these girls, these friendships that I can always lean on and who will pray for me, and then just providing dance. Dance is such an outlet, and so being able to combine spirituality and dance together is just unexplainable. And there's always, any dancer will tell you there's a competitive aspect to it. You always feel like you have to look really pretty or just be the best at everything. And with Chara, it's just really different. You just know that it's not about you. And it does take reminding yourself of that it's about God and it's about worship. But once you do surrender that, it's a joy that's just incomparable. It's crazy. And I would just describe it as sanctuary, really, for these girls to come in every Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday and just sit and fellowship together. And we have a Bible study once a week. And even the practices, they're just not super stressful because we have a greater purpose. And so other organizations that I'm in that are Christian, it is more centered around the spiritual aspect, but Chara is just this beautiful combination of spirituality and then taking this hobby that we love to do and saying, why can't I add that into my spirituality? Why can't I use that as my form of worship? And so, yeah, Chara has changed the way I see dance completely. Completely. Yeah. I think a favorite dance memory, besides Art of Worship in itself is just out of this world. That's another thing. We perform at the Filipino Student Organization Talent Show every year, and I don't know why, I just love it so much because everybody is so positive and fun. And for Chara to be included in that as a Christian dance organization, it's the performance is not centered around any kind of faith-based thing, but we're so welcome, and so it's just so cool that we get to represent Chara as Christians, and it's always so much fun, and everybody is so supportive, and I feel like it's more at the beginning of the year. It's usually in October, so everybody's bonding, and you just kind of really get to know everybody. Usually it's like about the first performance, so you get to know people's like quirks and little funny things. Usually we eat a lot. Favorite memory outside of Chara, like practice and stuff, we about half of us went on a spring break trip to Colorado, and it was hilarious. Very long time in the car, which normally that kind of tests your friendship with people, but it was amazing. We stuffed all 5 of us into my car, and my car only holds 5 people, and so we were a little bit in close quarters, but it was so good. And sharing hotel rooms, sharing rooms, everything, it was amazing. And you just get to see people's true personalities shine, and Chara girls are hilarious and just like goobers. They're so amazing. I just feel like we're one of a kind. I don't know. I just want to hug them all and just keep them in my pocket forever. Yeah.